You should see Tammy's grocery list. Now back to the Pet Project with your host, Tammy Trujillo. Down.
Welcome back to the Pet Project right here on CRN Digital Talk Radio and the Pet Project, the show your pet wants you to listen to. I'm Alan Bailey, sitting in for Tammy, who's running a little late this morning, but you know what? She'll be here momentarily. Now, somebody who we're going to get on the phone here is from Movie Line. His name is Stu Vannersdale, and he started the Consider Oogie Facebook page. And the big question here, could the biggest Oscar upset scrub just look over be a dog? We think it might have been, because Oogie didn't get any. Now, on the phone with us, Stu from Movie Line. And Stu, are you there?
Yes, I am. Hi.
Hi, how are you?
Fine, thank you. How are you doing?
I'm doing pretty well. And I got to ask you, what kind of prompted you to start this Facebook page, the Consider Oogie Facebook page?
Well, you know, it's kind of, I'll be honest. I mean, I was just goofing around one night, and I remember last year, you know, there was a actress, Melissa Leo, who actually won Best Supporting Actress Oscar last year for The Fighter, and she had self-financed her own For Your Consideration campaign to lobby for an Academy Award. And I just had this great picture of Uggie on a red carpet with a bow tie, and I just thought it would be funny just kind of make a Consider ad for Uggie. And the way it came out, I was it was such a funny goof. And then I got to thinking, like, Uggie really is, I mean, the reason I did it in the first place is because I really liked Uggie and the artist, and I really like the artist. And I thought that it was worth, you know, considering, you know, what animal performers contribute to films and their trainers as well, and rewarding them somehow, finding some way to acknowledge what they bring to films that maybe we wouldn't have thought of otherwise.
Oh, absolutely. And you know, the thing that amazes me is you have over, I think it's 9,000 people have liked the page so far. And what amazes me is people on there have, you know, said on the Facebook that some of them have not watched the artist, and yet they're still backing Oogie. That is what simply amazes me about the whole ordeal.
Yeah, you know, I think that, I mean, and thank you, I mean, for mentioning that. I think that it's really something that touches on kind of the way we respond to animal performers in general. And I think that, you know, whether you've seen the artist or whether you haven't, I mean, it is kind of it's an unconventional film. You know, it is a silent black and white film made by a French director starring French actors, made in Hollywood, but very much a period film set in the like late 20s, early 30s. And it is kind of a challenge to get people to, you know, pay their money and go see this film. But there is something very fundamentally just cool about a dog that is a really good performer. And when he's making his rounds, like doing the press rounds and stuff like that, and he's showing you what he's capable of, and also kind of showing you kind of what went into developing the relationship between Uggie and Jean Dujardin, the actor who plays the leading man and the artist. It kind of, you don't really need to see the film to understand what the, I guess, quote-unquote movement is about. And it's been really gratifying to see it grow the way it has over the last couple of months. You know, it's not, I mean, we're closing in on 10,000 likes. My goal is to get 20,000 by the actual Oscar cast on February 26th. So, you know, it's people all over the world, and they're all interested in it. And I just think it's, you know, I think it's, you know, it's not my job to promote the film necessarily. It's my job to promote kind of this, like, mission to have animal performers and their trainers recognized.
Oh, absolutely. And the thing that just, it kind of stands out to me is, you know, you saw, you know, Oogie kind of in the Oscar telecast right there. When the entire cast and the entire crew for the artist went up on stage, Oogie went up with them, and he more or less stole the show from everybody up on stage.
Yeah, the Golden Globes. Yeah, exactly. And it's funny you mention that, because other studios and other filmmakers and folks involved with other nominated films, I should say, they all they thought, you know, it is what it is. The artist has been a front runner for months, so I don't think Uggie's presence is really going to make or break, you know, its case either way with awards voters. But the point is that when they saw Uggie up on that stage, it was like the awe factor just kind of took over, and people realized that whether or not you like the artist, Uggy is going to win the hearts of every voter there is. I think that's kind of not giving voters enough credit, frankly. But on the other hand, the dog does make an impact, and people do like dogs, and people love Uggy, and it was great to see him on stage, and that was almost like a validation of everything we've been trying to do with Consider Uggy. Just seeing him on an award stage of some sort, like a conventional award stage, was kind of mind-blowing, honestly.
Absolutely, and just the thing that that blew me away about his performance, if you will, up on that stage was how well he was composed, if you will. He wasn't barking or losing interest. He was very focused, and I thought he held himself pretty well.
Yeah, I was really surprised. I mean, I've never actually had the opportunity to meet Uggy or Omar von Mueller, his trainer. They were both. I'm based in New York, and they both were here last week, but I wasn't able to connect with them. But I just, what I've heard, and obviously what we witnessed on the Golden Globes telecast, was Uggy's cool, basically. And I mean that not in the sense that dog is cool, but that dog really is just well trained. It's well mannered. It's of a right age where it's kind of seen and done a lot in the entertainment industry over the last few years, last 3 or 4 years, and it's gotten to a point now where I think Uggy just is just kind of rolling with it. Really, he's mellow, and he does the tricks and he does other stuff. But I think Uggy, you just look at him, he's just having fun. I think Omar is too. I think they're both just really enjoying the ride.
Absolutely, and we're talking, of course, about the Consider Uggy Facebook page here, and I have to ask you, we've actually found a Twitter page at Uggy_the artist. Now, did you start that one as well, or how did that come about?
No, actually, what happened was, to the best of my knowledge, the Consider Uggy campaign started the week after Thanksgiving, and we did a post on my site Movie Line, which is where I'm an editor and where the Consider Uggy page is kind of headquartered around, I guess. And I think the Weinstein Company, which is the studio that released the artist, they saw that and thought, wow, why did we not think of that first? Yeah. And so we've kind of been working in unofficial we've been joining kind of unofficially on this, and they started the Twitter page themselves.
Absolutely, and go ahead and stay with us through the break. We have to take a quick one right here, but when we come back, we're going to talk about how you can get involved with the Consider Uggy Facebook movement, and also where you can go see the artist. So stay with us. It's the Pet Project right here on CRN Digital Talk Radio.